I just wanted to take a few minutes to explain some of the Part D prescription drug coverage changes for 2025. There are a lot of changes, and a lot of them are designed to benefit you guys, the Medicare beneficiary. So, one of the biggest changes is that the donut hole or the coverage gap is now gone for 2025 and future years. So that will no longer be an issue if you were somebody who had a handful of expensive prescription drugs. Then you know what the restrictions of the coverage gap or the donut hole were. Basically, in previous years, you did not have unlimited prescription drug coverage. And when you ran out of your prescription drug coverage, you ended up paying significantly more for the cost of your prescriptions throughout the year. But now for 2025, you don't have to worry about that anymore. The coverage gap or the donut hole has been eliminated completely. There are still stages to your prescription drug coverage. The first stage is a deductible stage. For 2025, Medicare has set that deductible to be no more than $590 for the year. Then you move into the initial coverage stage, and at that point is when you're just paying your portion of your prescription drugs, whether it's a flat rate copayment or it's a coinsurance, which would be a percentage of the cost of the drug. And you stay in that initial coverage limit until your maximum out of pocket for the year reaches $2,000. And that's something we've never had before in previous years. We've never had a true maximum out of pocket for your prescriptions. So this is a big improvement for 2025. Now, no matter how expensive your prescriptions are and no matter what plan you're on, you're not going to spend more than $2,000 for your prescriptions for the calendar year. Then once you reach the $2,000 maximum out of pocket, you will then hit what's known as catastrophic coverage. At that point, you pay nothing for your prescriptions. Your copayments are zero for all prescriptions covered within the formulary. So there is some nuance to this, however. So first of all, we need to make sure that your prescriptions are on the formulary for the plan that we have you on. Because if your prescriptions are not on the formulary, or if you're getting them outside of the insurance through GoodRx or a pharmaceutical program, for example, those do not count towards your $2,000 maximum out of pocket. And the formularies are different on all plans. So what may be covered on one plan may not be covered on the other. So we do need to make sure your prescriptions are on the prescription formulary. And the way that they calculate your $2,000 maximum out of pocket is a little nuanced as well. So Medicare has what we call a standard defined benefit for all of these prescription drug plans to follow. And for 2025, Medicare's standard defined benefit for the deductible is $590. Meaning no plan can charge more than $590 for a deductible. Then the Medicare's standard defined benefit for your copayments is actually a coinsurance. It's 25% of the cost. So Medicare says you have to charge no more than a $590 deductible, and then the standard defined benefit for coinsurance is 25% of the cost. However, most plans do better than that. Most plans don't necessarily charge the full $590 deductible, or maybe they only charge it on certain tiers of drugs. And a lot of plans do charge copayments, which are flat rate amounts, versus a coinsurance, which again is a percentage of the cost. So if you are on a plan that charges less than the $590 deductible and less than the 25% coinsurance, maybe it's a flat rate dollar copayment, you are still getting credited towards your maximum out-of-pocket amount as if you paid the full $590 deductible and the 25% coinsurance. So what that means is that there are plans that you can reach the $2,000 maximum out of pocket without actually having $2,000 come out of your bank account, okay? So this is where there is some nuances between the formularies. It's a difference between a basic formulary and an enhanced formulary. But there are situations for next year where people are paying, $600 or $700 or $800 for the year for their prescriptions, and they reach the $2,000 maximum out of pocket because they are getting credited towards their maximum out of pocket as if they did pay the full $590 deductible and the full 25% coinsurance. One other benefit that they've added for next year is there is now a payment plan option on all plans. You would just need to reach out to member services of your insurance company and let them know that you are interested in the payment plan option. What it does is it takes your amount that you would owe. Let's say you do have a plan that has the $590 deductible. It would take that $590 and divide that over the rest of the amount of months that you have in the year. Let's say it's 12 months. And then you would not pay the pharmacy that amount. You would pay the insurance company that amount. So if you are in a position where you do need to pay a decent chunk of money up front at once, you can reach out to your insurance carrier and ask them about the payment plan, and they will work that out with you directly. So I hope all of this makes sense. It is a new concept for me as an agent. It's a new concept for the insurance companies. It's a new concept for you as the beneficiary. This is the largest overhaul to Medicare Part D since Part D was enacted in, I believe, 2003. So I hope that I made that clear for you. It is kind of confusing on how that $2,000 maximum out of pocket works. But if you have any questions, reach out to me and we'll talk to you soon.